I don't know if you noticed on the ride down from the mountains, your music was playing on the stereo by
I
accident.
conked out.
So before we start to get into it, let's make sure our audio is working. So Scott, oh yeah, by the way, we have Scott with us today.
At least put your hand out.
Yeah, wave to the camera.
No one can identify you that way.
We're going to start like faceless Scott.
Just get a hidden camera somewhere that's attached to the live stream.
No, I'll get a mask for him. Like a was it a luchador?
Yeah, for sure.
So can you hear us, Scott? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so welcome.
Can I get a purple yes?
What's that? Well, welcome to a pregame show. We've never done this before. We are live with the Barretts at Barrett Street in Colorado Springs. It's been an eventful day.
It has.
It's been an eventful last 48 hours.
For sure for you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah. Longest trip of your life, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Longest
Close.
road trip for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess we can just kind of chit chat and see what
Yeah.
happens. We got a couple of people already joining us. It looks like.
Nice. That's awesome.
Let's always start off with a whiskey pour.
Heck yeah, man.
So we had a makeshift bottles or cups.
Yeah.
He's kind of he's not a sponsor yet, but he sponsored this trip. He gave us some mineral water. It's out of Alabama. He's about to go live with it. We drank all our bottles and then we cut them open to make pours out of it. So we hydrated first.
Yeah. And the water's good. I like the water.
The simple fusion.
Now, my brother-in-law gave me this bottle for my birthday a couple months ago. I don't know much about it, but he said something to do with the confiscated. It was stolen from the family, and then they got it back or somehow. So
Wow. Cool.
it's supposed to be really good. We'll see.
I like the owl on it.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what y'all been doing today. I know it's been a hectic day.
Like you said, it's been, it's a challenging day for you guys, of course, but we've been challenged with the weather here while we're trying to prep the last few things of the show. There's always something that needs to be done, and like just some last minute things. So we've been waiting in between the rain and trying to finish what we can finish, and it's been fun. The weather is kind of gloomy, and I've been following the weather forecast for tomorrow, and it's like it's gonna look nice tomorrow compared to today. It's supposed to be sunny.
Good.
I think it's supposed to be in like 80 degrees, and then it like earlier this week the precipitation percentage was at like 60-70%, around like 1, and now it's dropped all the way down to 30.
Oh, good.
So I think the clouds are just letting everything out for us
Good.
today.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers to you guys.
To being in
Cheers to
Colorado.
the team.
To sunny Colorado.
Heck yeah. That's good. I had to drink all of it. Sorry.
Oh, you good? Pour some more. Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
96 proof, not too bad.
Oh, look at. Come on through, Darby.
Yeah, come on.
Darby came through.
You can walk in front of us. That's fine. Don't kill yourself on the phone.
So Darby's a member of ours who's competing tomorrow, and
Competing and loading and working.
yeah, I mean, and he just got off a flight too from New York, and we were challenged with some things, and I needed some deadlift bars, and unfortunately, we don't have our own yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
to
so
remind you.
Darby, thank you so much, Darby. Get some rest, man. Yeah. So Darby picked up a couple of matching deadlift bars for our head-to-head deadlift.
Oh, that's awesome.
We need a matching, and it's from Spartan Strength Systems, and they're a powerlifting gym more east of here, and they such good people, Samantha and Joe Todd out there, and they support us with things that we've done. They donated some awesome crash pads that they had at the time of Colorado Strongest the first year, and just they're good people. So
Sure.
Darby just dropped those off today. And
What type of bars are they?
You know what? I don't know.
Let's take a look. I'm curious.
Boneyard, Texas.
Texas deadlift bars? Yeah. Heck yeah. That's cool. I have something unrelated to that. But,
Sure.
I mean, Texas deadlift bars, but also like going into Olympic City.
Yeah.
So if I could like plug that in for a second.
Yeah,
just
we can talk
while-
about whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna plug my stuff. Don't worry.
so we're working on with a few different people organizing and facilitating the American deadlift record at Olympic City next year. reached out to Texas Power Bars for them to donate us some bars, and so we've submitted that application. So Texas Power Bars, if you guys are listening, we're shouting you out here.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting to hear back from them, and then Weigh It Out is supposed to be sponsoring the plates for that. So
That's
hopefully
awesome.
that goes through.
They doing where you kind of like sell it. on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
shirt? Yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to him about that for one of ours, and we're still probably going to go with it. But
And just buying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we
That's
just
what
keep
we
it.
What if we buy?
exactly,
We could use
get them at a discount.
Yeah.
and you get to use them at the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Log maxes, it would be very
For
helpful.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so already I'm putting together this cool head-to-head promotion picture with Gabriel Pena and Nico Chavalis.
Mhm.
So they're good friends, but they get that heat going.
Oh, that's
with-
fun.
especially with the Axel Bar deadlift at Olympic City. They made some fun of that. So I'll put together like a cool like UFC fight promo.
Nice.
poster.
Yes.
So I'm waiting for Gabe's video. Gabe's side face profile picture. Yeah. But as far as Colorado Strongest, we'll have that head-to-head deadlift going now. Yeah, it's just these last minute things, man.
Oh yeah.
And that's where your team really comes in.
I'm gonna slide this because I don't know if the mic's picking up or
Okay.
not. So because
Yeah.
we can't really tell, but
Sounds good.
we're a little late, and that's my fault. I overestimated my abilities to set this up in an hour. It took me two, but we finally got it working. Something new since the last time we did any of our shows is we have a sponsor to the channel now, Cerberus. So
Heck
that's
yeah.
why we have their banner on the front. They are not only sponsoring our events next year, but they are sponsoring all of our videos for the rest of the year
Amazing.
and next year. So they went ahead and signed on through 2025. So
Heck
thank you,
yeah.
Cerberus.
Absolutely.
We will put the link to the description. It's in the description of most of our other videos.
Yeah.
So,
And- yep.
I know they're sponsoring your show.
Big time.
So
Yeah,
they're-
they sponsored us with I think we have like how many guys are over there?
12,
16,
Yeah, I think
32?
16, yeah.
100.
14, and maybe 14, 16.
14, yeah.
It's just-
They sponsored our throwing bags for the show. They sponsored like 20 drop pads for Olympic City. He actually reached out to us and asked if he can sponsor Colorado Strongest.
It's
So
awesome.
I was meaning to reach out to him and say, hey, could you guys help us out again?
I have to beg.
Yeah. So,
Nobody knows who I am.
So he
Oh, we
reached
got an
out.
athlete coming up.
Yep, we got an athlete. Come on through, man. We got an athlete here. Yeah,
You're live. Come on in,
Come
come
on
on.
through. Yeah.
What's your name?
Sam Johnson.
Nice to nice to
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, camera's right there.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'll go
Okay.
do this.
Thank you, babe. So yeah, Cerberus is huge. So yeah, their logos will be out there. We got 2 of their banners that will mount onto the stone platforms.
This will be out there too.
This, yeah. The throwing, the sandbag toss implements has the Cerberus logos on them. They're such good people, man. I mean, he rushed these orders to get them out here.
Yeah.
I mean, he does what he needs to do for his athletes and promoters and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah,
huge.
I haven't announced it yet, but his contribution to the channel and to the shows for next year, it got us some new equipment for
Nice.
this show. We got
Yeah.
time to get it for this show,
Amazing.
and then like we got a whole new tripod and stuff, and
Wow.
then some of the cash prizes went up in Lemon Breaker. I'm not gonna say how much in case they're
That's
watching,
good.
but it'll be a
Yeah.
surprise. So.
Yeah, hopefully he's on. I think we really proved to him at Olympic City that this is something he wants to be a part of.
Mhm.
You know, we're I think now we were the second pro-am in the nation, and then Las Vegas Strongest happened with Ronnie Bennikin. So there's 3 pro-ams in the nation. Your show is pretty much reaching out to the pro level as well.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's-
consider it a pro-am. I
Yeah,
don't label
for
it as
sure.
that, but you know, we have world level athletes in
Oh,
the
yeah,
105s,
absolutely,
You know, in the
yeah.
90s, but
Yeah.
we just haven't broken into the heavyweights. And come on,
Yeah, heavyweights. We need the big guys
I'm
out
hoping to meet a few here and be like, hey, come on.
there. Yeah.
I want to take a trip to Alabama.
Cool thing about that, we have 2 people coming from Canada. They're moving here, but still they're coming
Nice.
from Canada doing our show, and they're super
Heck yeah.
excited. We got some people from Texas, Pennsylvania, New Mexico. Trying to think of some other ones, but yeah, as far as those heavyweights, it's hard to get those big guys to go, and I think, you know, with you guys doing payouts,
Mhm.
that's a huge thing. People want to want to earn something.
I got to get the bigger payouts. Though.
Yeah, I know Cerberus.
Yes.
Like we do got to build up with him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But having his sponsorship is huge, and I think one show at a time, and he'll be there for us for sure.
So who you got here working for you?
Craig is a member of ours, and he's filling our sandbags out there. So
That's the other ones I didn't see.
Yeah. So
Plus
I
it's-
think 16 bags. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, Scott, can you show us the overview from outside real quick? So if anybody's watching, go to show on stream and just expand it. So we're about to show you just one of the two overview shots. Go down right there. Show on stream. Yep. I'm teaching him. He's new to
So
this
yeah,
system.
there's Craig getting some
Double
sand.
click on that. There we go. So that'll be one of the two shots. The other one's going to be facing on straight on. Pull that one up. There we go. Yeah, we got your nice little banner boat logo right there.
Yeah.
That American flag tent will be there.
Yeah.
For
No,
the day.
I don't think it'll be there.
No, we'll
Oh.
be there. Like
You'll be
that-
there. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see us.
I
on
still
camera.
got to hang the American flag above the strongest flag. So that'll be there. And then a Barrett Strength one kind of will overhang just slightly over.
Oh yeah, I
to
see the
to
Kratos
right
now.
of
I didn't,
this
that
one.
wasn't here when we
Yeah.
left.
They're a huge sponsor too. And the dude loves us. And I mean, he loves all his athletes, all the people he promotes. He does his very best. And we've actually connected on some levels quite a few times of where he almost went bankrupt doing what he's doing. And
He is.
he's been a huge reason why. See ya, John. He's been a huge
Go ahead
reason
and
why
hide just hide our. Yeah. That,
why we're continuing doing what we're doing. He's like, just keep hanging there. You'll make it. And, things like that. But he's a huge sponsor. He was a cash sponsor, and then he's also donating smelling salts. So we'll be handing those out tomorrow.
nice.
Probably gives them to the crowds, and
Heck yeah.
we'll try them out on the live stream.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Yeah, we need to move that for sure. How long are you here? Yeah.
We can
Shoot.
do it now. Like me and Zach can talk for a little while.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Sure.
Could you help me for a little bit longer? But the only thing is I got to move those stones. Let's do it in the morning. I think it'd be something. Could you be here at like 7:30? Yeah, I think between like Jonathan's gonna come help. He'll be here. I think we can move it in the morning. Yeah, and I'll just get your. Thanks so much, Craig. Means a lot, man.
I had so he, along with World Strong Opinions, sponsored us this past for 2024.
What's from this man?
Opinions.
Oh, opinions.
Yeah,
Yes.
oh,
I was like, wait a minute.
I wish.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, but no, they're good people too.
They are.
I hope Darren shows up. He's been liking our stuff. Darren.
Is he eventually coming?
Well, he lives. He
One's
stays
Texas,
part
one's
time.
Colorado, right?
So yeah, John Benfell lives in Texas.
Mhm.
Darren lives part time here because his girlfriend is here,
Okay.
and then he lives in Parker, I think,
Okay.
something like that. So I'll reach out to Darren, but yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I'd love to meet him in person.
right. Yeah, I'll see if he can make it up here. He sponsored us as well. I hope their show gets back on.
I do
on
too.
air. Yeah.
It was funny there for a while. Like everybody they interviewed on World Strong Span was getting an invite like within a few days of that. Like, hey, I like that video. I like talking to you.
Yeah,
You
for
seem like a
sure.
nice guy.
Yeah.
You seem like a nice girl. Let's invite you.
They were a good platform,
Oh,
and
yes.
John Benfell was so knowledgeable about so many athletes. It was really cool.
And I learned about athletes that I would have never come across
Sure.
without them.
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
like, No offense to him because he's a great athlete, but I didn't know Jacob McBride.
Yeah,
And
he's such an
because,
advocate for
yeah.
the sport.
You know, and
Yeah.
he's doing our show. He's flying from he's
Oh,
going all the way
good.
from California.
Yep, he did Olympic City. Like I met Jacob McBride when Starting Strongman launched in 2020, like in the midst of COVID, and he was on the commercial for the Super Bowl. And yeah, I don't know if you know that, but yeah, there was a brief couple of seconds where he was on a commercial for the
That's awesome.
Super Bowl. I think it was 2020. But anyways, like I saw that commercial, joined Starting Strongman, and Jacob McBride was one of the first people I was like interacting with.
That's cool.
So funny. It's the guy has such a strong sense of humor, and I feel like he's asking for like punishment for people. Yeah, he does.
Whenever they signed up for Limit Breaker, they get put into a group chat,
Yeah,
and he got added, and like 5 guys just went
he
off.
brings people, man.
He
He's
loves it. He
yeah,
gags it on.
yeah, for sure.
He's like, do I
He's
get a
so-
trophy for the most 5th place?
Yeah, yeah. I'm always looking for the comment section.
Yeah,
on
he's
his
like,
Facebook. Yeah.
Jake.
I was
Matt
with,
Webb and Tyler Young are always picking up.
Oh,
that. Yeah.
I was with Tyler Davis like the week before Chaos
Oh,
Classic,
cool.
and we did a podcast, and
He's a beast.
we worked out. He did like 700 something
God.
deadlift,
Yeah,
and I stopped at the 4s.
yeah.
And he kept going, and then I recorded him. He posted the video, and the first comment was Jacob McBride, like,
Yeah,
I guess I got to wear a dress now.
yeah. That was funny. I was following
Did you
on
see
it.
that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, there's a
Solid.
bet. Yeah.
Yeah, they made a bet that if Tyler beat Jacob, that Jacob had to wear a dress.
Oh, that's
But
hilarious.
Tyler ended up getting beat by CJ.
Yeah. CJ
That-
Kraus.
That's been a
Yeah.
pretty good rivalry right
Yeah,
there.
I know.
I'm excited
Dude.
to see the PSL
Yeah.
with them too.
CJ Kraus is an amazing athlete, good human. He's so nice. And I feel like when you're a world-class athlete like that, there's so much pressure on you. And, he stepped up last minute to do our commentary and emceeing for Olympic City. And again, last minute for a judge situation.
And he's
For some
good
reason,
at
we
that.
had he is. We had a lot of people that couldn't make it to the show. So we've been having to last minute find replacements, and no better than CJ Kraus and Kim Scott, because they were Colorado's strongest man and woman
Oh,
last
really?
year. Yeah.
Nice.
So CJ took that title and a log record home with him, and $1,000 for that max log.
What was
Nice.
330.
330?
Dude weighs barely 200. I think he weighed in at 200 pounds for that show for a 220 athlete. He's incredible. And he's doing Shaw Classic. I'll be up there with him.
Oh, he's competing the show?
Yeah, we're both competing.
Oh, you're going to be
Yeah.
head to head.
Yeah,
It's only
yeah.
220, right?
Yeah, well, it's like
open
it's
and
231 and under.
231. Okay.
Yeah, so like I'm sure CJ will come in at like 200.
Yeah.
I'm right around like 225 right now, but he's incredible, man. I just can't wait to share the stage with the guy. He'll be here, and I'm sure he'll jump on the commentary at some point. I'm sure he'd like to.
He's welcome to anytime.
Yeah.
He did a phenomenal job with the Limit Breaker, him and CJ Pierce.
Oh God,
Yeah.
dude.
Them two
I wish
bouncing back and
CJ
forth.
Pierce would do some bigger shows, man. He's really humble about what he does. All these
I've
small little
tried.
local shows, and she competes in Arizona, and I compete with her. She's from Arizona. We've done 2 of his shows.
Are you going to come out to Alabama next year?
She wants to
So our
compete a
goal
lot.
next
I'm
year
sorry,
is
your
to
division's
travel
full.
is to travel more
Yeah.
and do more shows. We have a
You
have
just got an
preschool,
invite.
so that's what we do. And but yeah, that's our goal. next year.
Yeah, she wants to do so. She wants to do the Masters OSG qualifiers. Nobody's submitted yet, right? Maybe a few by now. I don't know. Masters
But
OSG.
yeah, it's all August, like the end of
Yeah,
August.
probably not this year, but next year. But yeah, like Alabama, Arizona. Like obviously, we're building a good relationship here, so we should be out there. If you need, maybe she can compete and I can help out.
I
or
mean,
something.
y'all are more than welcome. I have been very blessed with the staff that I've put together. And I say staff, I didn't put them together. It's just all the promoters from Alabama have become friends,
That's so cool.
and all the judges and everybody.
Yeah.
We
That's
do,
hard to
like,
do, man. Like
The judges for Alabama Strongest do my shows. I live stream their shows.
that's awesome.
Like we all share each other's
Yeah.
stuff. Todd,
Yeah.
Garrett does the kids comp. Everybody was at the kids comp. If their kids weren't competing, they were judging and coaching
That's
and stuff.
awesome. That's something we want to delve into is the kids competition. So we'll do that next year.
So I have watched my. I told Garrett, I said, you can have that. He
Yeah.
does. There's a guy in Alabama. You've met Garrett, right?
Yeah.
He is like one of the nicest men you'll ever meet, and he is so good with kids. He's got like 5 of them himself,
Nice.
and they all compete. So he's doing a show, and he gets like 10% of it is his kids.
Oh, that's crazy.
But, he's so good with them. He's very
Yeah.
calm and patient.
Yeah.
And he gets stuff fabricated for them. He had a metal yoke built that was probably like this tall.
Really? Like
Yeah.
an aluminum
Wait.
one or
Oh,
something?
it was iron, but
Really?
it only weighed like 20 pounds.
And I guess a yoke is like if you can just like pick it up a little bit, you can
Yeah.
jump with it. That's cool, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like that.
He
Yeah.
built they got a car deadlift frame built that was good for a power wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw that. That's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
So-
speaking of that, so like kind of in related to, building implements and things like that. So huge shout out to Omega Manufacturing. They're right around the corner. they're going to bring some of their guys here. But here's the thing. So we had, obviously a Hercules hold is a really cool event. It's not, it's just a pure grip feat, and it's not, you don't got to strain yourself too ridiculously much. And like, so we had the idea of doing this. This is for sure something we were going to do. We bought these pipes were, I think they were like 17 feet long. And we bought one 12-inch and one 10-inch for like $200. I didn't know what I was going to do. Yeah, I was like, I got to buy these. Like, I know we're going to use them. Yeah, we bought them when like we first opened. And so I was like, maybe they'll be Fingal Fingers. And then we were deciding the events for Colorado Strongest. And I was like, man, Hercules hold is so cool. And if we can get it right, let's do it. And so like, our good neighbor here, Steve, who's going to be our head of security. Yeah, you met Steve.
Yeah, Steve this morning.
Yeah. So he always wants to help, man. He bought us lunch today. He's like anything we need, he'll help us out. And so he has this welder who kind of just dropped the ball for like months. Athletes are like, hey, is this still going to happen? They're sitting like a quarter of the way done out there for like months. And I'm like, man, stressing, having bad dreams, losing sleep. And like, this is like, people are counting on this one event, you know? And so it comes down to literally 2 weeks from the show. I'm like, damn. And she's been telling me, just find someone else. She told me a long time ago, go over there.
When we first,
Yeah.
first we're gonna do Hercules hold.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a weld over there. There's a weld over there. Let's go talk to those guys.
Right.
I was like,
Well, Steve was so like, please let me help you, like trust
Steve's
me.
not his wife, but
I need to listen more to her. I'm really like, I love you so much. Man. And ultimately I did. I'm like, okay, she told me to go here. We're 2 weeks out. Let's see what they say. I walk into the building. First person I run into is the owner. I'm like, hey, here's the deal. Welder backed out. We got a comp in like freaking 10 days. I need this built. And I showed him a picture of the logo out there. And he's like, okay, yeah. He's like real fast. Like, okay, yeah, well, we'll do this for free. Here, follow me. And he took me to Tom and he's like, hey, take care of them. We're going to do this for free. We love working with small business. And Tom was like, okay, sit down. And, he's like, show me what you want to do. And so Tom really came through and finished the Hercules hold, which you guys will all see tomorrow. And he's thrilled. He stopped by earlier. I think you guys were like setting up in here and he just wanted to see it, but he'll miss the event. He'll be here like kind of closer to noon. So I don't know that it'll be happening at that time, but in the future, he's going to work with us for anything we need.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like we scored from all this like stress and everything. We scored like a sponsorship from them. And he even talked about, he went to this big conference in California, I think. And he mentioned that like they were going over like patenting things and getting things like made to be sold, Hey man, come on through. Come on. We got an athlete here weighing in. We're on a podcast, but you're welcome to like walk by, show how big you are.
Walk out the camera.
Yeah. What's your name?
My name's Eric.
Eric. I'm Brando.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is
Chuck.
Chuck.
Yes.
This
Zach.
is my wife. This is Linda. She'll get you weighed in.
While she's doing that, let's take a picture and like try to get some of the athletes who are following the page to hop on and ask questions.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
You got Colorado Strongest on yours, or do you do it tagging?
You can tag me.
So let's do that real quick. Let's try to get some engagement.
Yeah. Let's
I've seen the number go up and down a few times.
Scott, you want to be in this picture?
Come on, Scott. Let's do this. Camera. Ooh, this whiskey hit me harder than I thought. That's all I've had today is pizza.
I'm warm. Yeah, that's all we
How
have pizza
many?
for lunch and dinner.
What?
Do you want me to just take it?
Let's do that. Gee, I don't know how long your arms are.
Well, I can just take it of you two.
Do a selfie. Come on, you got to get in the zone. You are.
I'm pulling this guy.
Sorry. It's a privacy thing.
Oh yeah, I got that too.
Ready?
Yeah.
One,
There you go.
2, 3.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to pat myself on the back.
I'm a pro.
This is cool, guys. We really appreciate you.
Oh, we're happy to do this. I know we had a guy who messaged me last night, was asking about how to get into the promoting and stuff.
Mhm.
And, this would be a great opportunity for somebody to hop on who's wanting to get into promoting or, helping out. And, I don't know who all to tag. I'm tag everybody.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go through the list. So, what division is he going to be in? The big gentleman who just came through here.
Super heavyweight.
Super heavyweight open.
That class is pretty stacked too. I don't know what it is with our shows, but one thing I'll say is sticking to the basics of events is really cool. And it's really beneficial because I think a lot of athletes like stones.
Mhm.
You need to have a press event, a deadlift, always. Everybody loves pressing. Everybody has a deadlift, a bar and some weights at their house. Or I do too. I'm very behind as far as these 105 go. It's increasing. My coach is Gabe Pena now, and he's
Oh, so
really
you okay?
been helping. Yeah.
So you
This
got
is
a direct
actually the
line
first
to
time
him.
I'm announcing it. So
Oh, okay.
I was kind of waiting till Shaw,
Breaking
but
news.
yeah, breaking news. Yeah. He's
To
done a
our
lot
2
for me.
viewers.
Yeah. But so sticking to the event. So see ya, brother.
Have a good one.
You always have to have a press, a deadlift, a grip event.
Mm-hmm.
And I think stones should always finish a show. If you have them, yeah. Shoot, man. When we come out to, do you have stones?
I do not.
I have what we need to make them, so I'll make them there.
That would be
Like we'll
We can
we'll,
drive
we'll
21
spend.
hours
Yeah,
and bring our stones.
you pay for the concrete. I'll bring the molds and I'll make you some stones.
I'm not going to turn that down
Yeah.
because a good friend of mine who's he's the USS rep for Alabama.
Yeah.
He has a huge stone collection. The very first show that I hosted, I'd say the second show. My first one was like 8 of us. 2 of them were me and Scott.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Second show, I had 30 or so people show up, and we put stones in it.
Yeah.
It was a stone run with 5 stones, and we had rubber mat. And we told people if you're going to pick stones up, pick them up on the rubber mat over there in the corner.
Yeah.
Don't drop them.
For sure.
Yeah. They're not ours.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, but apparently some
Yeah.
picked it up to his shoulder and then just dropped it onto the concrete.
No.
It was a 100-pound stone,
Oh.
but it was made out of concrete that can't get anywhere. It was like an Australian specific. It was a mold that they don't make anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it's irreplaceable, and that's got a huge gash crack in it.
That's the kind of stuff as a business owner you're like,
yeah.
I
I still owe it to him. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dad. But I don't know how to replace something that's irreplaceable. So
shoot, we'll get you covered. Maybe
I'm
we
in
can work
depth with
something
that.
out. I'll make you a whole series of stones, and we can work something out. Like it's easy.
yeah,
So
You
we
made
stand
all-
for a couple of weeks.
yeah,
I'm down
yeah,
with
because
that.
it's gonna take some time, right? We maybe I'll end up buying some more molds or something, but yeah. Stones are crucial though, man. One of my second shows I ever did was in Arizona, but I was most excited about the stones. CJ Pierce had stones to finish, and I was like, man, I couldn't at that time. Shoot, what was the heaviest stone? I think it was 300, and I didn't get it. But and I was like, I wanted it, and I that was kind of the reason I wanted to go was the stones. So as promoters talking, I want to get you some stones. I feel like that'll bring the big boys out. I really do.
I do think so too.
Because you can only get so creative with things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, but if you stick to your main things, I think
I
that's
think
what
people love
like.
the classics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
sure.
they do. They just
Absolutely.
they know it's comfortable.
Yeah,
They know what to expect.
yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like a show favorite
yeah,
in a lot of ways, and I think people
Absolutely.
are comfortable with it.
yeah,
It's funny because you are exactly right, especially when it comes to the bigger gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
But I have found the weird stuff has brought out the 105s and under.
for sure. Yeah,
So last year I did
it's
something.
fun though.
We did one called a Bubba's Gauntlet. We had a strongman who passed
Okay.
last year. It was really close to everyone in Alabama. Like every comp now has a award dedicated to him called the True Grit
Oh
Award.
man,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Tearing up thinking about
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely, man. It's,
So something happened and we lost the ability to do one of our events. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do to replace it,
Okay.
but I have a ton of sandbags. I
Yeah.
have like Cerberus and I have Strength Shop. I have just a ton of them. laying.
Sure.
So I said, we're going to, and I did an interview with Bubba and like I maybe a month or two before we had the accident. And I asked him in the interview, I was like, what's your favorite event? He goes, anything sandbags.
Okay.
Everything sandbags. I said,
Damn.
okay.
Okay.
So one morning I woke up and I'm like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
It's like sandbags. Everything.
Everything sandbags. Yeah.
Press it, shoulder it, both sides,
Oh, there
carry
you
it
go.
down and load it over the bar. Like
That'll
yeah,
bring
it-
some people.
And it got a
Yeah.
lot of people's attention.
Oh yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
This year I came up with something a little crazier. I was like finger flip to a keg press to a sandbag shoulder and then back
Yeah.
to the finger.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah,
on the
we
last
did.
podcast. Yeah, that's
Um,
cool.
The 105s, they are excited about
They
it.
love that. They're conditioned for that.
Yeah.
The big guys, not so much.
That's too much moving.
Yeah, right.
Just try
Yeah.
to shed some weight.
Yeah. So here's kind of a cool thing. Like my previous coach, CJ Allen, he's got quite a few athletes under him, and I really appreciate what he's doing with the super heavies. He's really trying to get these guys to be lean and fast, and that's kind of what's happening with the big guys.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
the world's strongest
And
guys,
Trooper is, I mean, he's,
I know,
he's
yeah.
big, but
Yeah.
he's lean
and
too.
Pablo and Novikov, and
Oh,
so I hope that kind of continues. There's a guy, Alex Kelly. He's 420. He's a beast, man, and that does carry over. And and I just think that like having events like that, if you can be a super heavy and push that conditioning, which like CJ probably could do,
Mhm.
like you'll find those guys more and more.
Mhm.
And and I think that having things like that will definitely draw a certain crowd. But let's talk more about like trying to get you some big guys out there.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Like
I've invited a few, and I've had conversations with a lot of guys that you've mentioned, like CJ Allen. I've talked to him. He's
Oh,
like,
good.
it ain't worth
Have
money.
you had him on yet?
because- No, not yet.
you should.
I need
man.
to.
He's dude. What he's done is incredible.
I had him, and he's like, "How much is?" He wasn't all about the money, but he's like, "I can't afford to do that, and even if I won, I wouldn't recoup." He's
Oh,
like, "I got too many shows
Gotcha.
going on," so I understood. I wasn't
have him on a podcast or something.
need to.
He is about that, right?
Oh.
He's had a very unique route where he's made it to. Dude, he's a USS Pro card holder.
Mhm.
He got his pro card at Olympic City. He has a world record. So he's like, I need to make some money.
Yeah.
So getting him out there might be a little bit, but
Yeah.
having him on a podcast, dude, would mean the world to him. Like
Definitely.
getting and he's a like library of knowledge in this sport. He's competed, I think, 1 year longer than I have. He's also from Arizona too, and that's how we kind of met CJ. And like, whoa, we just got done competing there. You just got done, like so. But the amount of experience he's gained, he got to volunteer at Shot Classic. He's also doing Shot Classic, so
Awesome.
we have a lot of big guys that maybe I can like send them your way because I know you have the means to run a good show. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
And it's not me; it's the people around me.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just gonna Go back
absolutely.
to that.
for sure.
But I really appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think that's the one thing that I haven't been able to tap into yet.
Yeah,
Because I've had, 2 or 3 top level 90s and 105s.
yeah,
This year we filled up the 105s
Quick.
like 7 months ago.
yeah. Because you invited me, and I was like, damn, I don't know if we have such like we have things planned out pretty far.
Yeah.
Like I really want to, but yeah, it's like
But as we
Yeah.
got Matt Powell, who I think came in 8th at PSL. So I mean, top
Nice.
10 in the PSL.
awesome.
We've got, let's see, who was the other one? I invited a few people who I was like, is a long shot.
Yeah.
I got Tyler Davis because I've got a friendship connection with him.
amazing,
So
yeah.
I was able to kind of leverage
Yeah,
that.
that's good.
But
And there's so much respect for the 105s because like at Olympic City, those 105s were pulling as much as some of the open heavyweights for a while. They were kind of tied for a little bit, like 800. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to pull 700, and these guys are like pushing big weight, and they're not even close to what these guys weigh.
it's going to be interesting
Yeah.
because I'm trying a new tactic. I did it this past comp with, I didn't divide them up into divisions. I said, all right, we got 2 lanes and it's a rising bar. You're going
Nice.
to jump in and out.
Yeah.
And it was like, these divisions are doing 10-pound jumps. These
Yeah.
divisions are doing 20. And when the number calls, you line up.
There you go.
And it really showed how many people who were in the wrong division.
Oh, really?
Like there was
Okay.
one guy who did a floor press. He was top 5 at the whole show.
Mhm.
And come to find out, he was in the novice heavyweight, and I accidentally had him in the open.
Oh,
He's like,
dang.
no, I'm supposed to be in the novice. I'm like, you're in second right now. Why do you want to jump down?
Yeah.
Worst
That's
case scenario,
crazy.
you come in third.
Yeah. That's funny, yeah.
I was like, if you want to go down, he went down and came in first. I was like, you could have came in second or first in the open.
Yeah, dang.
So
That's
we're doing
crazy.
the same thing at Limit Breaker this year for the Max Log,
That's cool.
and it's going to show how many of those 105s and those
Yeah.
heavyweights are,
Yeah, where they need
That's
They've
to
what
been
we're
talking-
doing, our log.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, rising bar. It'll start at a certain weight according to your weight class. 20-pound jumps, take it or leave it. If you miss it, you miss it. Like that happened to me one time. It sucked. Luckily I got it, but that was my only one. Yeah, that's good, man. Remind me when that is. EFI or the Limit Breakers.
Limit Breakers, February 8th.
February 8th. Okay. Yeah. That's around my birthday. My birthday is February 23rd. We try to do something on her birthday and my birthday.
That's what we do. Me and my wife, we no
Yeah.
longer do gifts. We do trips.
Man, we were in here on our anniversary one time and
Deadlifting.
deadlift.
God.
She's like, babe, it's our anniversary. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Like, so yeah, we try to do something cool for our birthdays, and
Oh, yeah.
anniversaries, stuff like that. And strongman's such a good reason to travel.
It
You
is.
know what I mean? So
Oh, yeah.
just like with this show, we got people from
I know my wife was so upset she couldn't join us.
man, she'll be out here
Yeah, yeah.
next year.
Look,
Yeah, next year.
we'll,
Yeah.
we'll figure that out.
You want to see if we could get some questions?
I've been trying. I don't know.
There's just a couple. on
Post
there.
on your.
Oh yeah, you tagged me,
I
right?
tagged Janet.
Yeah.
I put the link to the live stream, so we'll give it. If y'all share it, and, we get some people jump on. We'll hang out
Yeah.
for a little bit longer. If not, we'll wrap it up.
Heck yeah. You want to send me the link? real quick?
Yeah.
And then I'll just put my own sticker on there.
Yeah. When you share it, for some reason, it won't let people click on.
Yeah, they need to fix that. 'Cause people share it and they don't put the link themselves, and it's just useless.
All right. There you go.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you have any questions about Colorado Strongest? Or
Well, not necessarily questions.
Yeah.
I'm itching to touch a few of the implements, and I
Yeah.
don't want to be that guy where like, hey, can I try that? But
well, I feel like the Hercules hold people are gonna want to try, and
oh, yeah.
it's an implement where we can set it where it's not overwhelmingly heavy. You get your photo, and you know,
Oh, yeah.
it happened, you know, kind of
Definitely.
thing. So
We had that was at one of the events in the Battle of the Forge
mhm.
in 23. And it was 12. It was 12 of us. Yeah, 12 of us in the comp. One class. I was one of the smallest because it was open division, and I think I came in second to last on everything except for 2 events.
Oh wow,
And I was very happy. I came in third on the Hercules hole against like
nice.
Tyler Davis. And,
Wow, that's
like
cool.
Trey Godbold.
There
I
you
keep
go.
reminding Trey about that because he is like literally twice my size. I'm
That's
hoping
cool.
he's watching this.
So probably bigger hands and like
Huge. Like,
advantage. Yeah,
and I've never let him live that down because also
Right,
that
yeah.
same year we did the Limit Breaker for the first year, and I called it the Captain America hold. And it was battle ropes, and one side gets heavier and heavier and heavier, kind of like the
Dang.
helicopter he was holding on to.
yeah.
So we hooked it up to a sled on one side, and we kept adding 45-pound plates every 10
Okay.
seconds.
Dang, that's
And I
crazy.
beat him in that one. So
There you go. Yeah.
I've got enough alcohol in me right now to talk smack because I'm also 20 hours away. And you can't get me up.
Right. Yeah, you need to start getting into arm lifting like you
I
talked
do.
about. Yeah, that'd
You
be
know,
cool.
We hosted it in 23, and it did okay. It's just
You need more people out there.
I got to get people to
It's
understand.
another small sport.
I've had so many strongmen. They're like, I gotta prep for that. I'm like, no, it's
Just
grit.
go have fun.
You're not going to hurt yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
If you hurt yourself doing this, I'm gonna make fun of
Yeah.
you. Stop.
Yeah. We had a lady here named Sarah Chaplow. She's a world class grip athlete.
Awesome.
She beat like 90% of the men on the V bar hold. It's like a straight bar. It's like a loading pin,
Mhm.
and you just pick it up like that. I think
Oh,
she
the
had
grandfather?
like 260 or something.
Yeah, I think she got like 2 world records.
I couldn't.
when
Yeah,
she was-
yeah.
Gosh.
We broke
like
like
just when she was here.
yeah,
All her
exactly.
records she has.
Wow.
Yeah, it was incredible. Like grip is not a matter of size, height. Like it doesn't matter. Like I mean, there's certain things where like hand size, like with like blobs and stuff like that, where like Brian Shaw's blobs and stuff, it matters.
Oh yeah.
But like other stuff, when you're running a show, it doesn't matter how big you are. Like you're either gonna get it or you're not.
Right.
So we had a rock climber in here who smashed me out of the water. He wasn't even in my weight class, but he would have beat me if he was in my weight
Nice.
class. I think he weighed in at like 165 or something like that. It was incredible, but so many records were broken that day. It was cool.
So this was after the Hercules
Oh
hold.
my god, look at that!
That's the guy who came in first, and
Like,
I came in third.
I gotta get this picture. Yeah,
So he
Just send it to
couldn't
him every
yeah.
once in a while. Yeah.
So like, he was the one who beat everybody by
Yeah.
a significant amount. Me and the guy who came in second were like milliseconds apart,
Nice.
and I was very happy with myself. And he's like, "How big are your hands?"
Right? Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I don't got very big hands. That's funny.
A lot of grip events comes down to just pain tolerance. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
the
true.
denny rings.
Yeah,
just
I
how much
tried that.
pain can you handle?
For sure. She's really good at. She has an Arizona state record for the Masters for farmers carry,
That's awesome.
180 pounds per hand. So
Jeez.
that's pretty good. And I crap the bed at that show, and it haunts me every. It haunts me every time because you give me knurling on farmers and I'm fine.
Yeah.
And no knurling and I can't do it. And she did it, and I'm helping everybody warm up and everything, and I couldn't even pick up 300. I couldn't even pick it up. I was like,
I know
what
a
the
lot of
heck? Like I carried 340 for 30 feet, and then I get there, I can't even pick up. I was so mad, man. But anyways, grip is fun, man. It doesn't matter, like it doesn't matter. That's why a grip event should be in a show.
Yes,
Something like so. It's fun. Everybody can have fun with a grip event.
Mhm.
I'm excited.
Literally everybody. So you guys will definitely have to try it at least tomorrow, maybe after the show, or
If you don't mind setting it up,
no,
I'll go with the heaviest
yeah.
weight too. I want to see what I can.
yeah, we'll get some while you guys are here. You guys got to at least get a photo on there for sure.
Like I didn't do all other 5 events.
yeah, it's a fun one, and like, man, it's gonna be. I'm so thankful for that event, but yeah,
Well,
I'm excited. Yeah.
I am too. It don't look like we got anybody asking questions, so I guess
Yeah.
they're all set and ready to go.
So we can watch this back though, right?
Oh, yeah. It'll be,
cool.
so as soon as we hit end, it'll be recorded and ready to go on the stream.
Yeah, it was a good time. I think
Oh,
it was
yeah.
worth it.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah.
That
Cheers.
was worth it right there.
Yeah.
So cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
So we always try to finish it with a saying. Nobody cares.
Train harder.
Train
Harder.
harder.
Scott, if you'll hit end stream for us.
I'm taking this back to the house with me.
A
Our
souvenir.
artisan.
We'll put this up on one of our shelves up there. Yeah. Like, what is that? Oh, yeah.
It's a very special one.
It's a shot
Play
glass.
outro.
Last ball, finish all your whiskey down